has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create, but now, well, now's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
Has this at the 6. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Ooh, got the hearts racing a little earlier than they wanted. My heart's racing up here, but fortune on their side this time, partner, as they do get the ball back and are going to have their opening possession after all. Yeah,
definitely spooks you a little bit, and you got to now make sure as an offense you settle things down. Maybe a good reminder, too, in the huddle. Hey, boys, let's make sure we take care of this football.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. On target to Jackson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the gun, it's Murray. It's into the hands of Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Back to the air, Murray. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Murray here on first down. Complete out to the right. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these two play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than responded. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on 3rd down and finish off a brisk 3-and-out to begin the game.
Made they don't get this snapped in time, this is going to back them up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Rattler back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're going for this. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Dump off to his fullback. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. He'll throw it yet again. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. First and 10 around Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Finds his fullback. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Colts, with some work to do, trailing in this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, set. Set. Hut.
Staying with Robinson. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts earn the chance to tie before halftime. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Murray setting up to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Room to the right. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take the lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, we don't see this often, but love it whenever we do. The fullback, the target on that one, and he ends up with 6.
You're absolutely right, Kate. You don't see fullbacks utilize that much, but man, when you do have a weapon like that, it stretches a defense so thin. Big time touchdown. Yes, by a fullback.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Receiver in motion, headed right. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Vikings take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and
they get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Colts get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the front. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Buda Baker picks it off. And he pays the price for the interception. Woo-hoo! Big hit brings it into that return. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive...
He loses the football. Oh, and the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. It's a pickup of 11, and it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. Fights off the pressure. He's calling his own number again. The ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Going right back to the fullback. Next play. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Rattler setting to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. Culp with a catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts. Robinson on the inside give. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th.
On the ready.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green jack.
He'll throw it. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Looking to throw. Into the hands of Culp. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now Rattler. Hits his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Ready, go.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Ready. Red, yellow. Ready.
Another carry for Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts up by 6. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Strike. Check, strike.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hut, hut.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Here's Robinson up the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Buys time, rolling right. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal, still a couple of shots at this one. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal.
Down.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it in close. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines, but for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless.